Prove yourselves doers of the word and not merely hearers who delude themselves. It's a dangerous thing to hear the word of God if you're not planning to act upon it. You will end up in self-delusion, self-deception, and that is the thing to be avoided in this day and age at all costs. You will end up in self-delusion. You'll start acting apart from the Word of God, like the young pastor that called me recently, and he was having prayer meeting in one of our most prominent churches, and a demon manifested in a man that was in the prayer meeting. A strange voice started coming out of him, and this young pastor calls me up for help. Can you help me? I said, well, I believe I can. It's not the kind of thing I look for, but when it comes to me, I deal with it. And all my years in New Guinea, I think, prepared me for this kind of thing. And I said, what happened? He said, this guy started speaking in a strange voice. I said, okay. He said, so I said to the group, we've got to get rid of this. Let's kneel down and cast it out. So we knelt down and prayed, and the demon spoke through the man and said, I'm not leaving. I've got permission to be here. You know, there's a new breed of demons around today. And so this pastor said, I didn't know what to do. So I said to the group, I think we have to anoint him with oil. That is a non-biblical statement, by the way. You do not anoint with oil people that have a demon. And so he says to the group, in his ignorance, this is the young associate pastor, brand new out of seminary. I felt sorry for him. And he's kind of shaking as he tells me this story, begging me to come and help him. And he lives on the other side of the country. And he says, so I went out into the kitchen in the home that we were meeting in, and I couldn't find any oil. I said, okay. So what did you find? I had to hold the phone out here. I mean, I know it's a serious business, but I have a wicked sense of humour too. You know? And I just couldn't control myself. He says, well, I found a cube of butter. That's what he found in the refrigerator. Butter. I said, well, I'm holding the phone out. What did you do with the butter? He said, I covered the man's hair and face with butter. That was my response. And I'm trying to be serious because this is a serious business. But I mean, I just couldn't handle the thought of a man having his hair and face covered with butter to get rid of a demon. And I said, and what happened? He said, the demon spoke as I was doing it. I said, well, apparently the demon was a little smarter than him. I said, what did the demon say? Oh, he said, it's terrible. He said, I'm going to quit ministry. I said, well, what did the demon say to you? He said, the demon said, it won't work because it's not biblical. I said, you're kidding. He said, that's exactly what the demon said. And I said, you know, you have the privilege probably of being the first Seventh-day Adventist pastor to be rebuked by a demon for not being biblical. I said, please come and help me. I said, of course I'll help you. But we have to do things biblically. And I just shook my head in amazement. Whatever happened to the spirit of discernment that should come out of a balanced mind? This guy wanted to quit ministry. I had to leave, drop everything and go and rescue him and deliver this person from the demon at the same time. But I mean, these are extreme things, but they're becoming more common today.